guys, Ron here, and welcome back to the series where I invite a bunch of other artists to create evolved forms for my 2 unevolved Pokemon designs. It's basically a sister series to the contest videos where my viewers create evolved forms for my Pokemon, the latest episode of which just came out last week, so make sure to check that out if you haven't. But in today's video, I only showed my guests the designs and types of these Prevos, and they had to create evolved forms without knowing their origin, concept, stats, or abilities. Now we're finally coming together and revealing our evolved forms to each other. It's super fun to see how we all diverge from the Prevo. Our guests today are both minds behind Subjectively, Jack and Claire, because it's almost tradition to invite the lovely couple during the holiday season. And new to the series is French Teapot. Constance has participated in many of my contest videos, and after blowing me away with her Ireland-inspired region, I knew she was perfect for this series. So please check out French Teapot's channel and Subjectively when you're done with this video. And make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you want more of this, and check out the previous episode if you haven't. I guess we're recording. I guess we're starting with Claire.
Let's go.
Here he comes.
Yay.
Yay!
Hi, Wombat. I assume that he wanted to be Wombat, but he got censored.
Yeah, was that the case? I didn't know that wombats had like an armored butt.
Yeah.
Like, told me. It was literally earlier today. I was like,
Actually, it's like the butt is like bottom. Yeah, because it's a butt. It's the butt is a prominent feature. So I assume some people accentuated it upon evolution, and maybe somebody did not. We'll find out. But
he is pretty cheeky, huh?
he's caked up.
Yeah, he's caked up.
With mud. That's, I guess, that's literally the concept. Literally.
Okay, I like that.
I'm so glad you're qualifying it.
Very Bidoofian.
Oh,
Yeah.
I literally was the reference when I was drawing it.
Caked up Bidoof.
It's a ground type. Everybody knows this. That's the only thing you know about it. You don't know like its stats or abilities or whatever, or even the concept technically until I just said it. But now, Claire, what did you evolve it into?
Okay, I saw a blank canvas. I was definitely getting wombat. I was not really picking up on the hiney part of the design.
That's good. That's good.
So I was thinking pretty like Route 1 normal type adjacent looking design. For some reason, I really got this idea of like ground sloths stuck in my head, and I was just thinking about that kind of like very tall and like rambling, shambling body plan. I thought that might be kind of a fun starting point. I guess I'll just drop
that sloth.
Drop it.
No, don't drop him. He's a sloth.
well, he's a ground sloth.
He's
He's
the ground sloth. He's
Yeah.
huge. Yo!
I ended up on this like
Whoa.
standing ground sloth with the really long digits to work from the like rocky protrusions.
Wow.
But I also wanted the secondary concept of, you know, that archetype, the stereotype of like a Japanese burglar with the big green
Yeah.
Yeah.
kerchief. Really liked that hunched body plan, so he became ground grass.
Became a criminal.
Ground sloth, and his name is Sneak Off, which is like sneaky sloth, but also he's sneaking off to go steal some berries or something. So it's pretty retro, obviously. I really like the old like Pokemon guidebook. Something about like the level of jank just really appeals to me. It was like, see, these were some of the earliest digital layouts.
True.
Yeah, I was looking at these scans, and they literally have like, if you look at the little shadow, like stretched and squashed like JPEGs of the forest floor underneath.
Oh yeah,
these
Sugimori did
yeah.
kind of
that. Still does
janky watercolor illustrations, and I just was really taken by that. So I wanted to kind of replicate that.
Another cool thing is just the aspect of like the stylized grass. That's always very, very fun. Even
Yeah, I really wanted the patterning that I guess, I don't know why, I was actually trying to do some research. There doesn't seem to be a real reason why the stereotype for like a Japanese burglar has the green swirly neckerchief. It's like,
Really?
I guess there's not really a reason that an American burglar stereotype would have a black ski mask. It's just, that's what the
I feel
cartoon
like that's
version is.
easier to burgle with the black ski mask.
That's true. It is a little more logical. This is a little flamboyant.
I also think the nice thing about the swirl patterns is that it gives you something to fill up all of that visual real estate on the top of the design. Like if it was just the solid green shape, you know, even if you added different values and stuff to it, it would look like a lot of empty space without a lot going on. It's just kind of implying texture through fun stylized shapes, which works well for the rendering style that you chose, and it just looks good, like objectively.
Thank you. Don't you mean subjectively?
Yes, of course. I'm sorry. Oh, yes, subjectively it looks good, and that's true. And it is true. Someone might not like this, and you will probably see that in the comments. They'll
I know.
probably.
I am a little
Really?
worried about going first because I know this isn't like the style that's more popular with Fakemon.
Honestly, it's getting really popular. People are like tired of whatever Pokemon's doing nowadays, and they want to
Really?
go back to this basically.
I find as well that it's like it looks really cool because it also kind of looks like smoke, where it's like that idea of throwing a smoke ball to like escape and
Yeah,
That kind of
it
thing.
feels sneaky.
it's cool. I really like it.
Oh, definitely cool. It's not enough to like just draw something in old Sugimori style. You also have to get like the different traits of Gen 1 or 2 Pokemon like designs themselves, and like for example that pattern in the middle, that's very Gen 1 to 3. Like
It
the
is
zigzag.
definitely this kind of rendering style. It really does look busy if you have too many complicated shapes. So it's a balancing act for sure.
I want to do this style so badly. I just
Fun.
never have the
It's
excuse.
a lot of fun.
Well, if anyone is interested in doing this style, we do sell these brush packs.
true, I used the
Claire
brushes
made
I
all of
made.
these brushes, and we sell them on our Gumroad.
To the audience, I told them they can plug literally anything they want.
I saw the opportunity. I had to pounce.
It's a great gift for your friends this holiday season.
Oh yeah.
Wow, great timing.
In this kind of series, I like putting like little like not red herrings because everything in the design will become something, but like I just things that make you think of random things so that you can expand on it. Like for example, the claws. It's not only just expanding; it's also adding a new concept. And yeah, that's 100% what you did. I don't want anybody to just like make like a grown-up version of my thing. You have to add new things, you know. So this is
Of course,
perfect.
I feel like that's important as a Fakemon creator to be able to innovate.
All right, let's see the next one.
There's a second round, so like there's more Claire soon. Time for French teapot.
Yes. Okay. So I did go with the butt aspect.
Yay!
Because I was the same as Claire. I saw the bot in it and I was like, oh, bottom. So I had to look up what it could possibly mean. And yeah, then the whole wombat being extra armored or something. I don't know, is it like an extra layer of cartilage? But
Muscle.
it gave me the
cartilage,
idea of
something.
Yeah, I don't know. It's blocking the entrance to its burrow or den or whatever. So it's kind of like a wall. So that was my first concept.
Ooh,
a wall.
There it is.
Okay.
Well, in case you didn't know what a wall looked like.
Good visual aid.
Second idea then was like, oh, what else blocks things from passing by? So bouncers. That was the second kind of.
Is this the final art here?
Yeah. This is the full render.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Very realistic.
Yeah. I tried really hard with the Sugimori style. They're supposed to be strong to like kick people out. So it's kind of like the idea that the burrow is kind of like a VIP. Only accept certain Pokemon, and like everybody else gets blocked out. And then had to research the.
Had to go to a club to research.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Sounds nice.
Talked to many bouncers. There were lots of interviews. So then I I found this guy who's essentially just like a giant wombat. And then it's just a case of putting them all together, a bouncer, Diprotodon. And then the last thing that came into my head was when I was little, for whatever reason, there was an Australian cartoon that aired called The Silver Brumby, and there was a wombat character in that. And he was like super grumpy all the time, so that registered in my head like as they're all like that. So he's a grumpy bouncer
I have to
Diprotodon.
look this up.
Anyway, so now all of those together gives you Wombat.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Dude has a
Oh, I love this.
back. Oh my god.
So I have a Pokedex entry to go with like a little mini comic illustration to kind of show you how it works, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so the first thing you'll encounter about a Wombat is its rear end. And as it's the first line of defense, the backside is caked with earth that's so compressed that even a jackhammer would struggle to crack it. So it protects its burrow by blocking the entrance with its bottom, acting as an impassable wall to potential predators or thieves. Anything that does somehow get inside will then have
is
to
so cute.
deal with Wombat's equally powerful front, either getting completely knocked out with its club-like fists or being kicked out.
Wow. That was practically animated.
This is so
Oh yeah, and these
cute.
I had to go back to traditional as well because I find that helps me visualize it better.
Yeah.
So this is where like the shape came from, and then he became that.
That back is so anatomically correct.
Yeah, it's really got
so
some good.
charming.
This is such a cool idea.
Like in the time lapse as well, it'll be very focused on like the rear end, like to a point where I had to stop because I was getting a bit uncomfortable about it. So I was like, it would be better maybe if the backside is already really defensive. So actually, it would probably be better if the other side was really big and buff and muscle man kind of a thing. So he's like the security Pokemon then. And he gains the fighting type.
In those comics, he looked like he had a dad bod.
He's built like a bear. I really can see this character playing off of a Pokemon like Watchog. I feel like they have very similar energy. Not necessarily aggressive, but like a don't mess with me kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Like if he got on his good side, he'd be your buddy. But like if you piss him off, then he'd sit on you until you died or something.
Yeah, and he just wants to be left alone.
Yeah, I really am taken with this expression. He just looks like such a grump. But if you got to know him, he would be so nice.
Give really good hugs and stuff.
He feels like secure.
Really bricky hugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's bricked up.
I was just gonna say, I love that he's like almost got pants made of brick. It's just he's fashionable. In addition to having a practical use for his everyday wear.
Fashionable wasn't the word that would have come to my mind, but okay. I don't care about competitive viability or anything, but I thought it would be fun to come up with an ability. The brick wall, I had wanted to call it like barring entry or something, but I was like, using the word entry related to the backside probably not a good idea.
It's a dangerous line to tread there.
Yeah. So when simple, I stuck with brick wall. So it's I said it reduces damage from all priority attacks by 75% and 2-turn attacks by 50%. So I don't know if that's too much or what, but I thought that would be
I don't know how you explain that like in the game. Like I don't know if there's enough text to explain that.
My vision of it, I guess, is that like when it comes out, it's facing backwards. Those attacks in my mind, like I think of them as sneak attacks or whatever, so they can't go behind him because
I think something that's kind of exciting about the state of Pokemon right now is that they are creating these moves and abilities that allow different Pokemon to have a very specific niche.
Like, I don't have the actual math. It feels like Gen 9 has the most new, like, signature abilities.
Yeah, I was getting that vibe too.
To me, it sounds good, but I also know nothing about competitive battling.
I'm the same. That's why, like, my stats have no numbers, because, like, I don't know what actually
that's so smart.
We're reasonable.
I do love the choice of Nickit.
Yeah,
makes total
the
sense.
troublemaker,
It feels 100% like something Pokemon will do.
Yes, I also forgot I did make cries for the Pokemon.
Yes!
Oh, so exciting.
Whoa!
So bouncy.
I was expecting like
And then this one is Wombat.
Oh my god.
Oh, you really went the extra mile. This is so cool.
I need to see the process of making this.
Somebody gave me a website that works in your browser, and I've just been like obsessed with it.
Really? Okay, I mean then I guess it's time for Jack.
Okay.
Oh, my turn. Okay, so I've been biting my tongue because I don't want to spoil anything up until this point. But now I can say it's very interesting that so far, everyone who has done an evolution for Wombat has... in my head, it's just Wombat.
Would Game Freak name it Wombat? I don't know. Like, would they
I
avoid it?
feel like modern Game Freak might.
I think Wombat is actually even funnier because when Claire contextualized it with having the two T's, I was like, okay, it's short for Wombottom, which also sounds really cute. I thought it was funny that so far you guys have taken prehistoric animals as inspiration for your designs.
Yeah, it's very Pleistocene.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, we have the ground sloth and we have the prehistoric marsupial that I was not familiar with. Coincidentally, I was also thinking about prehistory, but I was thinking about butts. I picked up right away Wombat and his ample posterior.
Sorry, I'm literally right now making True Green 7 out of context, and that is 100% going in there.
That's perfect. I've heard about how wombats can even use their armored butts as weapons if a predator follows them into their burrow. There have been cases of the wombat actually using its armored ass to crush the head of its predator in between its butt and the roof of its burrow, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking a little bit about armored asses and where else we've seen that in throughout history.
I'm sure you were.
The Glyptodon which some of you might have heard of before.
Yeah.
They're actually related to armadillos, but like the ankylosaurs, they have these big armored shells to protect themselves. And so I was kind of trying to find a way to bring those two ideas together. So I created Wombulwark.
Oh, that's a fun.
Yeah, so there's Wombulwark, and it's funny, I was explaining this to Claire. I am really happy with this, and it was one of those designs that just clicked, but at the same time, if I hadn't designed this Pokemon and you showed it to me, I would say this thing is ugly.
Really?
Because it's not taste, but it's aesthetically strong.
Right,
Yeah.
it's not something that I would like myself, like I wouldn't put this on my team, but I think it's a good design. I'm happy with the design.
And that's how you critique art. That's the right way.
Yeah, that's the objectively versus subjectively, I suppose. But I was kind of thinking this would be a fossil Pokemon. So the armored butt is not actually how it's made out of stone. But when it was alive millions of years ago, its butt was not made out of stone. However, when it fossilized and when they brought it back from being a fossil, this stone in that took the place of its armored butt in the fossilization process actually replaced the bone. So now it has an actual bone armored plating over its butt. And I also added in this thing where there might have been some sort of mistake when they were bringing this Pokemon back from a fossil, where its armored butt might not actually be from Wombulwark. It might be from a different fossilized Pokemon that might have gotten mixed up with the fossil.
Also, by the way, he's
Just
huge. What?
Yeah, he's quite a large boy.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, he's quite large.
And in charge.
Did you say that it evolves at level 99?
Good catch, actually. That is a mistake because
What?
that is a
saw
mistake.
that.
I have a template that I use to make my Pokedexes, and I have like.
I'm sorry for calling you out. I still love you.
No, that's good. I'm glad you pointed it out now, so I
That's
can
really
change it.
funny.
What everyone is watching this right now is seeing is the nice edited post critique final Pokedex sheet.
I'm so impressed with the subtlety of the shapes, especially in the head area. I do have to agree. I was wondering what you were talking about when you were just saying I'm making something I don't like, but I really like it. Because I hadn't seen the design either. He wouldn't show me.
This is not the first time I made Jack design a Pokemon he doesn't like.
I mean, it shows the value of working with other artists to force yourself out of your comfort zone to make something that you can be happy with. I have been struggling specifically with Fakemon art, trying to split up the space of the design so that there's no part that feels too cluttered or too underused, you know?
Exactly.
It just worked. I think part of that is because of your design, Ron. I think having some of the the bottom half being broken up into this muddy covered bottom.
The cake, yes.
The cake, yep, the caked on mud. That helped me a lot.
It's funny because the silhouette, it looks like a dinosaur. Especially you turned the hairs into almost like dinosaur spikes and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's some spines.
And it's such a satisfying silhouette because everything fits together.
I love how the shapes are really soft and rounded, but the personality is really sharp, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's there's a really nice contrast.
I also just love the personality shifts in all of our evolutions so far, because Wombat is such a cute, mild little guy. And not only do I not want to hang out with Wombulwark, I think he smells bad. This is a total shift.
He definitely does. I was thinking a lot about Kangaskhan, and actually a lot of Gen 1 Pokemon that are just sort of vague beasts. They're a little reptilian. They kind of look like cartoony dinosaurs, but they have a lot of mammalian features too, like pointed ears and kind of big, rounded, fatty-looking bodies. And that pose was definitely very much inspired by Kangaskhan's one leg up, you know?
Lately, I've been thinking about what's the next April Fool's video, and another contender would be that we all by mistake end up almost like carcinization. We all end up making a Pokemon that is basically the same Pokemon. And it's all
Kangaskhanization?
Oops,
There's a
we all
better
made
way to say
Kangaskhan by
that.
mistake. That would be hilarious.
That is kind of cool. I like that idea.
So the line art it's very Gen 9, 8, but like, do they still do like the texture that is like very Gen 3 here?
It's one of those things where you don't really notice it unless you really look at the Pokemon. But like, if a Pokemon has fur, like they do tend to add that like very subtle texturing.
What kind of brushes are you using, Jack?
So it's funny that you asked.
Literally about to ask. It's hilarious.
Yeah, I'm using actually the Smudger brush, and I believe that's in our.
It's in your pack.
Poketo
Wow.
brush pack. Yeah, that's in our.
100% what I'm looking for, and I will get that pack now.
There you go. See? That's an endorsement, ladies and gentlemen.
I haven't used it yet. It may suck, but
It's a pre-endorsement.
should I put it in the description, like the link to these brushes, or is it better just put subjectively?
That would be wonderful, honestly. It's I'm always pushing the brushes.
I'm so jealous that like you can do the modern Pokemon style so well. I find it so hard.
Yeah,
It-
Jack is the best at the modern Pokemon
I'm definitely
style.
not the
It's
best.
crazy. I don't know.
You're pretty damn good, like.
There really isn't a modern style, because again, there's multiple artists. If you look at this, like the
Yeah.
key artists, just each one is different in terms of how they render it.
That is true.
So here's the actual
Of course. Oh, the official
Everything.
Pokedex entry.
With the green shiny.
green shiny. Oh,
Well,
That
I was
is an
close.
insane shiny.
So Wombat, the Earth Pokemon, it's literally exactly what it looks like. I very much went in the direction, that its butt is a prominent part. Here is the evolved form, Glowbat.
Holy.
That is so cute.
Oh my god,
is
he's so
now-
happy.
Oh,
The entire planet.
wow.
He will sit on you.
No! I would break. Oh, I love his implied suspenders so he can pull up his giant pants.
Oh,
That's how it stays up. I guess it's kind of inspired by like a mortar and pestle. Which one is which? Now that I think of it.
I feel like the pestle is the tool
Is
and
the
the mortar is the cauldron.
So it's mortar.
The receptacle.
Yeah, so he's inspired by the Earth, but also, I guess like a conductor, because like he gets around, he rolls around. That's
He gets
why
around, he is round.
with that butt, of course he gets around. Each person here has a different way of attacking. You got claws, you got tail, I guess, and then you got brick wall. Mine is he jumps and just like sits on you and like slams into you, big body slam, and that's literally the lore. Because he is a simple old, like early root Pokemon, very much so.
imagine he bounces like, when you sit on a yoga ball.
I'm imagining this amazing idle animation where he's just like slowly jumping from one foot to the other. It's such a joyful design. I really, really enjoy the attitude of this character.
He's the happiest. Like he stayed happy. Everybody else he changed the personality, which is good. We all have completely different personalities. It's a miracle that he can still move. He is rather slow, and you're right. He can't really like move by like moving both legs at the same time. He really does have to like hop on one leg, like jump around, kind of like that, or just roll. That's literally the only way he can move.
Oh my god, I would love to see that animation.
But because literally like no predator can like attack its bottom half, he's still chilling. He's still happy.
Magnet Pull and Reckless are such funny abilities for this Pokemon because he has his own gravitational pull.
Yeah.
Because his ass is
Thank you.
that big. And then he literally is just rolling around. He can't control it. It's too thick. He can't help it. He is just going to cause destruction wherever he goes. And he doesn't mean it. It's just,
He means it.
okay, I shouldn't assume.
He's reckless.
I shouldn't assume that he has anything but malicious intent. It's just a menace, this guy.
It's a design that's full of life.
He's very clownish. With like
Yeah.
the ear tufts and
Yeah.
the little hat.
He's intentionally goofy.
so-
I was hoping
Yeah.
that hopefully the audience resonates with that. Sometimes it backfires.
Claire's is kind of like the sweet badass one. That's kind of like, if you like
sneaky.
Naruto and stuff, you can go for that one. and then Constance has kind of this more subdued, kind of like quiet, but brooding and very tough and reserved kind of character. Mine is like almost like a primal fury to it. And then yours is the fun, happy, goofy one. So I can't. I feel like everyone is being catered to. When just pick which one you guys want to have as your evolution.
The fact that we're all so different makes it easier to say that these are all split evolutions because they don't really overlap, honestly. I was scared that.
Yeah, it's nice that there's so much variety.
And then also, it evolves by learning seismic toss and leveling up.
Okay, that's great. And that's not at level 99, right?
Nope. Like level 33. It's funny because you guys all went the ancient route instead of me. I was the only one who didn't like...
Well,
Although,
the world...
wait a minute. The Earth is the oldest thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. So then these are both fossil Pokemon. You are correct in assuming. So here's the second one. Straight up, Salux. A rock type. Claire, what the hell did you think this thing was?
So I think I was definitely thinking about dinos. The sail was making me think, of course, of like Spinosaurus type Pokemon, and it's lizardy. And I think I was thinking about fossils a bit also because of all of the stained glass or like the gems. But I think hadrosaurs are really cute. Those are like the ducky from the land before time. That's a hadrosaur. I just think they're cute. They're kind of like
Parasaurolophus is another
cows of the prehistoric age. They're just big. And I also wanted to do something very whimsical with the gem element. So Trubasaur
Oh, I love the colors.
is a whimsical
Rock fairy.
hadrosaur, rock fairy, a medieval jester. So lots of like twinkly adornments. It's very melodic, like a glockenspiel sound almost as it prances around.
That's fun.
Yeah, so a Trubasaur, like troubadour, and a hadrosaur.
It's so crazy how like it's clearly a jester while not being on the nose. Like it doesn't look like you tacked on that aspect. It looks like a dinosaur that could exist, honestly.
Yeah, it's so close. If a dinosaur was designed by like the Sonic Adventure 2 concept art team, it would look like this.
Yes, yeah, Claire, I was going to say your Final Fantasy fan is showing. I also just think that the general body plan of most bipedal dinosaurs feels more aggressive, but it works really well, kind of playing against this goofy, fun, whimsical design that you have.
I wanted to have this like companion feeling Pokemon. It's not going to eat you. It's going to be your buddy.
That's what I strive to do with every Fakemon, I think. It's cool because I never would have imagined what I made would turn into that, and that's what you want to see, you know? And even like the colors, you technically use the colors that I set up, but they look way prettier, just the hue shift that you did. I love going outside during the holidays and looking at like the Christmas lights and everything that everybody sets up, but I prefer there's two kinds of Christmas lights. There's the cool tone ones and the warm tone ones. I hate people who use the cool tone ones.
I agree. I don't know, is that an unpopular opinion?
I don't know. I tweeted one time and people were like, "What the hell are you talking about, Ron?" But the warm tone ones are way better, and this is what you use. You use like a warmer, even the blue
they're
is
way
warm.
cozier.
Exactly.
This is you're
agree
going to
for the
start a
record.
war in the comments here, a very festive war about Christmas lights. But what's funny is that the shiny kind of, if you're
It
like
is-
the
it
other
is
side,
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
the cool. That's crazy.
Yeah.
they're your cool tones.
I think this is a relevant argument though, because it is the jingle Pokemon in this iteration.
Yeah.
Yeah. Visually, this looks like a Pokemon from an older generation. But nowadays, when you design a Pokemon, you can think about it in so many more dimensions than just a 2D sprite. You know, you can think about what sound it would make when it walks, how, different features would change as it's using an attack or something.
So French,
Yeah.
you ready?
Yeah. The first thing I thought when I saw Salux, how light would shine through or refract through the gems in the sail. So that's kind of like the basic concept of it. And because you had designed the gems as being square, it also made me think of like disco balls and then like reflection, refraction. So all of that kind of, light disco balls, you have to have like clubs and parties. So it's like, okay, so it has to be like a club related
There's a theme
Pokemon.
going on among your design.
This is such an incredible combination, the last slide to this slide. This might be high art. I love it.
So yeah, then it became just like a prism dinosaur, not dinosaur, but whatever it is. So we have prismatic.
Whoa! I love this.
Oh, that is so cool.
So into
The ability is just if it's hit by an electric move, it will auto refract it back through the gems and like lower the accuracy of the enemy. So then I also have like a little example of like how it looks when it's like refracting.
What's that big thing over there? Wait, what? There's another face and it's
what?
way bigger than the other person's face.
That's just its head. This is a close-up of it.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought it was like that's like a mommy one, and it's even bigger.
No, I was trying to figure out the face. The idea is that that strip that goes along its back has photovoltaic properties, so it absorbs solar energy and it converts it into electrical impulses. So then it kind of sends those through the sail, and then it becomes like a disco.
Oh,
Cool.
wow.
You have to have like a signature move that takes advantage of this effect too.
Yeah.
So I also have cries for these.
Ooh, I got it. It's disco music.
Salux.
Ooh, that is what it
It
sounds
does
like.
kind of have a
And then-
beat to it.
Yeah, it already has a beat.
Sounds like a record scratch, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, wow!
That is so sick.
That's insane.
Someone freestyle to that beat.
It's so stylish. I love all of the really sharp edges, like the intense geometry of the body plan is unique and it's striking.
Wombat and Prismatic accidentally become related because I was like, Wombat could be the bouncer to the
Yeah.
club, so
Yeah.
Prismatic is working.
Oh, totally.
I think it's a deceptively easy looking three-dimensional shape, but the way right at the neck, where the neck turns, and you can see that it's not actually just like two-dimensional, like it has some curve to it. I'm kind of obsessed with that. I also really love the tail, and I also love that you colored your line work along this illuminated strip that runs down the entire body, so it gives this sense of like glowing. So like I feel like there's something here for people who want something a little bit more cool, edgy, dangerous looking, and then someone who's just looking for something fun and colorful and energetic. So it's a great. I feel like this is a crowd pleaser kind of Pokemon.
I'm very glad you didn't go with like the actual like sphere, like a disco ball. Instead, this flat circle is way more interesting and unique. Like you'll never see something like this. It's crazy also that there's so many different there's at least 30 gems here, but it doesn't feel complicated, doesn't feel over designed, and that is probably magic too. That's very hard to do.
Wow, actually, now I'm looking at
Wow.
Claire's, and
I think they
You're-
would get along so
yeah,
nicely.
they have a lot
Yeah.
of similar energy.
It really
Yeah,
Gen
Troubadour
2 with like
dancing at the
the
club.
navy Pokemon, like black Gen 2 Pokemon always looks sick. They,
Yeah, that's a great look.
Yeah, with the kind of the bluish edges, and then it gets into the nice kind of like Umbreon always had that in
Exactly.
the old art, and I thought that looked
Yeah,
so
I
good.
love that art.
How did he evolve in prehistoric times or whenever to become so colorful?
Maybe disco balls were invented after looking at this prehistoric Pokemon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this was the muse.
Discos with the dinosaurs.
Disco died with the dinosaurs. I guess, Jack, please tell me you didn't do what they did.
Nope. Very, very different, although still very prehistoric. It's so interesting to me that we're also prehistoric. I mean, actually, Salix makes a lot more sense because it does. It looks like those synapsids, like Dimetrodon.
Yep.
For some reason, maybe it was because the lux in the the light part of its name was kind of making me think of glass for some reason. And when I was looking at those little chunks of color in its sail, but I was thinking about how in glass blowing, when they're coloring glass, they use these like very opaque glass rods. They're already made, they're already solid, and when they're blowing glass, they kind of break these up and kind of fold it into the molten glass and then heat it up again, and they can either color the glass or add like colored strips to the glass.
It looks so delicious, Jack.
But I think that's why this visual stayed in my mind, because I love the way they look. And so that's sort of what I was imagining, this kind of like solid piece of almost like dark metal or something that had these little bits of colored glass in it. But I was thinking about some pterosaurs, which lived in the same time period as the dinosaurs, but they were flying reptiles, sometimes also confused as dinosaurs. And one in particular is an animal called the tapijara.
I better see a huge capybara right now.
It is very different from a capybara.
Disappointed.
So they're not quite as elaborate as this. This is sort of a reconstruction. that we believe is what they look like in life. So here is Zarsilica.
Oh, that's such a good name.
That's a good name. Wow.
An evolution of more of the concept than the body plan. Though I try. This is part of what I struggle with because I didn't want to have too much of a departure from the first form. So I really tried to incorporate as many of the features, the physical features from Salux as I could.
Exactly, like it clearly is just a reconfigured version of Salux.
Yeah, but I was imagining that as it evolves, these little tiny flecks of color melt together to create stained glass. And part of why I wanted to make it a flying animal, a flying Pokemon, is because I could just imagine how cool it would be while it's in the air and it's flying and its wings are spread, the sunlight shining through it. It would cast a shadow, but then it would also cast these colored lights. As you were underneath it, you looked up and the sunlight was shining through its glass-like wings. The concept for this kind of plays off of the fictional concept of bringing Pokemon back from fossilized remains, and how it's kind of like this imperfect science where things don't always work. So
I like how you had
also,
to specify that Pokemon is fictional.
Yeah, well, because it's like, you know, but almost all fossil Pokemon are rock types, which I've always interpreted as they're not exactly the way they looked in prehistoric times. There's some remnants of the actual fossilization preserved in there. So I kind of use that too. There is a type of thing called opalization with fossils.
Oh, yeah.
The fossilization process is what happens when the imprint of an animal is left in stone, and stone takes the place of the decomposed organic matter. And sometimes what'll happen is a beautiful mineral will form in the shape of the dead animal. So Zarsilica, when it was brought back, its wings have this beautiful glass-like texture to them, which might not have been how it looked when it actually was alive in prehistoric times, but this is what it looks like now.
Makes sense.
Oh, is that why the shiny has proper like opal colours then?
Yep.
Oh, it's so nice.
It is really evoking like a beautiful ornate Gothic church, like a gargoyle on a church,
gargoyle.
with this like wrought iron black color scheme and the stained glass and this kind of like tricksterish personality almost. It feels a little mischievous.
It's funny how your Wombat is huge and your Pterosaur is tiny.
Contrary to popular belief, a lot of pterosaurs were not very large. Tapijaras were also quite small. Well, relatively speaking. They were still fairly large, but they weren't like dinosaur proportions or typical dinosaur proportions. But yeah, I just imagine because it's got glass wings, it would probably have to be pretty small if it actually wanted to be capable of flight.
Is it Flapple that, like, whenever he's flying, he's, like, really trying to, like
Yes.
flapping his wings a lot? I would assume it's like this.
I
where
do kind of picture that too, yeah.
Yeah, or like Archeops.
Also,
Archeops
Archeops
does
like
that
too.
too.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
is struggling to keep itself in the air.
It's such a beautiful design. Like, it's really elegant, despite it being this little kind of impish dinosaur.
That's what I wanted you guys all to do, where, like, just put a scary dinosaur and mix it with something pretty.
Yeah, I did want it to feel a little goofy because I felt like the concept was a little goofy, and like to try to make this seem like badass would be just contradictory to the overall designs. Although I did give it the signature ability of Necrozma just because I thought
Is that what that is?
Yeah, Prism Armor is an
That's so
actual
funny.
ability, but I think it's just Necrozma that has it.
What does it do?
I think it just reduces the damage done by by super effective attacks.
I really like how the wings look like fruit roll-up. I think that's really
I
nice.
think Claire's just hungry. 'Cause
No, that is true.
you were eyeing that glass before.
Well, I mean, the glass looks delicious. It's so glossy
it
and
does.
vibrant.
Amazing. I would like to say that none of the types overlap, but I kind of did something. Kind of messed this up. So let's bring back
Bringing us down at the very last Pokemon.
Salux, the bright Pokemon. Those gems, they illuminate, but it doesn't have like a huge power source until it evolves into...
You also did the Christmas shiny thing.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's basically the opposite. Here is Morbidazzle.
Whoa!
It is a Dimetrodon, or whatever, however you pronounce that.
Dimetrodon is how I've always pronounced it, but I could be pronouncing it wrong.
What's cool about it is it's the theme that I gave it is like pixels. The different individual gems can light up in different configurations, and that actually is what the ability is, because the lights flicker and they basically confuse the opponent. So the ability is basically that every time it uses an electric type move, there's a chance to make the opponent confused.
Really nice.
That's literally how he hunts. Like, he'll be stealthy for a second, but then once he's out in the open, he'll just like stun the opponent and just like he really is like an actual like beast. He's like the closest he can, like Pokemon can be to feral. So I love the contrast between like the feral Pokemon with like the very pretty like candy-like gems.
Yeah.
This is like a neon skyscrape, like cityscape, like
very Vegas.
Yeah, I was thinking very Vegas. It's kind of reminding me of like gambling advertisements and
a casino wheel.
Yeah, like a casino wheel.
It's supposed to be it's supposed to be fun.
Yeah, it is fun. But I guess because it's such a prehistoric like body plan, seeing that kind of ultra-modern electrified element tied in is just super satisfying. There's a nice contrast at play.
It's a tricky thing to do. You actually have a lot of different three-dimensional shapes here. This is a good episode for talking about three-dimensional shapes, actually. It's cool, actually. There are animals that use this exact method of hunting. Cuttlefish will actually hypnotize their prey with bright blasts of color, and they can also turn those colors off, so to speak, to camouflage in with the environment. So it's not even that far-fetched of an idea. To add that extra element is what really turns it into a Pokemon, and you've done that quite well here.
And yeah, it technically does change the colors of its spine to camouflage in order to blend in, and then it pops out with the colors when it attacks.
Does the sail spin, or do you just imagine it like...
I
don't know why I'm picturing it spinning, but that would be crazy. Okay, so ignore that. But the rounded shape turning into this giant like light up board against these super sharp shapes. It is very Pokemon.
I guess the lights could spin in like a circle to make it like simulate such a thing.
Like those art projects that you'd get for perspective, where you'd have like the checkerboard pattern.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Do you know that like those alternating patterns would look really cool?
The perspective is not correct, actually. Like, I originally did like try to do the perspective correct, and it looked too sterile. So I just did it by hand and like abandoned the actual like real world perspective. It makes it a little bit more fluid, and also makes it more like believable, like a natural rock that's on it instead of like just a symmetrical wheel, you know? Morbidazzle. Again, even the name is such like a, again, the whole point.
I love that name.
The contrast, I guess.
Morbidazzle.
I love it's shiny.
Ideally, there would just be different colored Morbidazzles, you know? That would be
yes,
fun.
Wait, there should be, like with Meteor.
Or
like
like
a bunch of different
situation.
colors. I feel like you were definitely referencing pretty heavily the at least Dimetrodon, because that shape of the mouth is very unique to Synapsids, and specifically Dimetrodon.
It's a perfect shape for a Pokemon. Like, you want like simple shape. Like a lot of times, instead of teeth, you just want implied like fangs with the mouth, you know, or something like that.
Yeah,
it's more fun than just doing teeth, you know. Originally, like the throat, it was supposed to be like more like a meter, but I think I abandoned that. Like almost like Toucanon's beak, where like it
it charges up.
It charges up. But I don't think that is still part of it. But there's remnants of that technically.
I could see it as kind of like a charge up to lighting up the sail then.
Yeah.
Kind of traveling up the underside and then going up over it.
And then when the lights shine, it has like the casino sound effect, like
oh yeah.
Yeah, pinball sound.
Exactly, pinball sound.
I am hearing that, yeah.
We learned a lot of things about old Sugimori style and dinosaurs and stuff.
Edutainment.
This is another cool prehistoric animal that predates the dinosaur.
The edutainment has not yet ended.
Yeah, check out the Permian period. A lot of cool animals there.
Okay, let me go to the Permian period.
I love you dropping that like a TV show recommendation.
Yeah, put a link to that too. Put a link to the Permian period in the description of this video. Go check out my friend the Permian period. They make some really cool animals. A lot of them are extinct now.
Doing a collab with him next week. If you guys want to see like an Ireland region, basically, you gotta check out French Teapot's channel.
Absolutely.
Yeah, your stuff is so cool. Jack was showing me. I really adore your art style.
Oh, thank you so much. That's really nice. I know I was very excited when I saw your names as well.
Thanks everyone. This was a lot of fun.
Thank you. Bye.